Alright everyone, welcome back. We are back with Ace Attorney. Specifically the third one, Trials and Tribulations. Last time we left off, Maya's family heirloom was in a exhibit at a mall for some reason. Not in a museum, it was an exhibit at a mall. A department store. But it was a really fancy department store. I don't know why it's a department store and not a museum. It's very strange. But, anyway, she had an urn. The sacred urn from her family was stolen. It was stolen by this, what I could only describe as some sort of Power Rangers villain called Demasque. The star is not pronounced, it's an emoji. He has an emoji in the middle of his name. And allegedly, Demasque got arrested. And allegedly, he is Ron Delight. That's his true identity. And Ron Delight is a sad and little pathetic man who is always crying and is constantly nervous. And Ron's wife is like, yeah, he says he's Mask the Mask, but he's just crazy. He just does this. So it's unclear if Ron is really Mask the Mask or just thinks he is. Anyway, we're defending him even though he allegedly stole Maya's thing because he doesn't even know where it is, and also he might not have done it. And, also there's a strange detective who speaks in what seems like English, but I cannot for the life of me understand what he's talking about at all. And, Adrian Andrews from the last game is here. She's just running the exhibit, and she's like, man, I hired this detective and he sucks. Anyway. It's time for court. Also, there's a secret prosecutor who I've never heard of before. And the detective's like, oh yeah, this guy. He's like the best prosecutor in the country, because the other best prosecutor in the country left the country. Yeah, Edgeworth is... Apparently Edgeworth is just out of the country, but at least this time he let people know about it. Bob. Thank you, Allguns. Can I look at my evidence? No. Hey, Nick! What is it? Something wrong? Everything, Nick! So yeah, there's a secret prosecutor that we've never- who's apparently really good, but no one's mentioned him until now. Sure, why not? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy! Oh, so check out the Mask Star Demasque Glossy, what's a glossy? Oh, so let's take a look at our evidence. Let me review our evidence. Me. I don't think this is gonna help the case much. I'm 26. Mia definitely cannot help us right now. I know who Maya is. I know who this is. So here's Demasque. A flashy thief who steals valuable works of art, sends a calling card before a heist. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. And we met this man. He's 34. He's almost around the same age as Gumshoe, surprisingly. I don't know if I should be surprised if he's 34 or not. He looks simultaneously very young and very old at the same time. It's great powers of deduction, yet really makes sense. Yeah, that's a good description. Here's Ron, who's the same age as me, which is concerning. A young man who turned himself in as Mask the Mask. A bit of a pitiful guy. This is Ron's wife. Very friendly and outgoing lady. I can't look at Luke normally. I don't think anyone can. There's nothing normally to look at here. Look at him. That's his name, look at me! I'm looking, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I only see Ron Weasley, that's not his name. That is not Ron Weasley. Here's Adrian. Head of Planning, Promotion, and Security of the Treasure Grind exhibit. We're not gonna bring up what happened. Hi, Pippy Pop, how's it going? And Larry. Oh, right, Larry was here. Ron, when he's not stealing, allegedly, works at a security guard, as a security guard at this company. Oh, that's a... So, there was a blackmail letter found in Ron's room that told him to, at this time of the incident, go to the security company to, like, what's it say? Yeah, so he would have been at the security company at the time of the incident. So he was being blackmailed. Also, back to going over... Now we're done going over our evidence, now that I've remembered everything that's happened. What is a glossy? Yep, that's him. Also, Mask the Mask sells merch. Little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Wait, why is this evidence? Luke looks like that villain. He looks like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I mean, he's got the nose. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! He's at it again. I sent a calling card to the Lordly Tailor, I admit it! But you don't have a sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but doesn't mean that I didn't commit a crime. Thievery is a side business to keep his brand relevant. This is true. How about the brand? Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you, yikes. Anyway, I admit it, I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please? Will you still pay me if I do? Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Tessie, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. The outfit makes him look like an only. Yeah, he does kind of look. Are they French? Is he French? Is this why you're like this? Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I'll swear I'll protect you. Excuse me, sir. He asked for no pickles. Well, actually, you see, it favors me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. Why are you smiling when you say it? Because if I get mad, he starts crying. If you excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. Bye. Okay, Ron, I have to get this... Ron, I have to get you an innocent plea. Your wife's gonna get mad at me. Oh no. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Demasque or not. And to be fair, that's not my problem. I don't have to know if I just have to say he's innocent. Listen, I know, like, the final case of the last game, we had to say that lying in court is bad and defending guilty people is bad. But I think we can make the exception for Ron, because if we don't, he's going to start crying. And his wife will get mad at me. There is only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the Sacred Urn right now. That's bad. I don't care if Ron is guilty, I don't. Mr. Light, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I have to trust Desiree. So, I can't help but notice Cyclops from X-Men is here. Oh, I forgot to read the judge's line. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Sir? Can I help you? Why is X-Man here? What? Why? This guy looks like a fighting game character. This guy's in the wrong Capcom game. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... I don't even know what... Do I do like a robot? Is he a robot? What a stupid question. What did you just say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, because the trial just started. What? No, I'm not. We literally can't do that until you're ready. I will pass judgment until I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, I shouldn't expect others to be. That's not how this works! That's a rule to live by. What do you mean, who are you? We were just... The detective was just talking about how famous this guy was. Does anyone know who this man is? Was this guy planted by the detective? Is this a robot the detective built? Is this man also from the future? And now he's playing jazz. I think it's pronounced Godot. I learned this while watching watching Half-Life VR AI Self-Aware Cast commentary, where they mentioned a book called Waiting for Godot, and it's spelled exactly like this, so I think it's Godot. The T is silent. He's also French. Everyone here is French. I'm Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. That's like every other prosecutor, to be fair. That's not as impressive as you think. Ah, he's the one that Detective Abby was talking about. Well, if he's so damn legendary, why hasn't the judge heard of him? Okay. Now he does, apparently. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ha! None. I mean, I guess you can't have a... I guess you don't have a loss on your case, with your case. I guess if you haven't you technically haven't lost a case, but that's because there is no cases to lose. We'll let this man here. Does he have... Is this man, like, legally allowed to prosecute? How did he get here? Are we gonna have to do a tutorial for him? This is his first case, Judge. Last time, when it was my first case, you had to give me a tutorial. Does he need a tutorial? What did you say? Do I need to give you a tutorial? I have never prosecuted a case before. There's so much happening. What do you mean you haven't prosecuted a case before? Why do the lines... Okay, look at, like, let me count. 1, 2, 3. The third and second lines onto the right of his shirt, like, next to his like, if you go from his shoulder, and then look at the third, no, that's the... Look at the lines, and look how it, like, weirdly, like, they merge into each other at, like, the bottom. I wish I had... No, okay, let me use my ears to point it out. Okay, watch, look where the tip of my ear is. Why do they merge together, like, right there? Best prosecutor? Statistically, he is not. He has also not won a case, so he's also the worst. The man is... Yeah, can he even see through that? Why does he have that? Why is he a robot? Who put this android on in the courtroom? Never. But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Why is he here? I mean, I guess it's not... At least he's not prosecuting a murder trial. So you're saying is this is the first day on of the job. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Well, you're not mighty yet. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Yeah, also, okay, we're finally bringing up that. Ha! Don't you know anything? No, because you're not explaining anything! No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. Is this guy just gonna say metaphors? This guy only knows about metaphors. He will never articulate an actual, like, argument with evidence. He is just gonna say some metaphors, and we're all supposed to, like, accept that that's right. I know you guys are talking about... I know someone's like, oh, Godot, he's the best prosecutor. He's starting to piss me off. Like, this... Like, yeah, Francisca was full of herself, but she actually had the reputation to, like... She at least had a reason to be like that, considering she was 18 years old with a law degree. And she got that at, like, 16, and she's won several cases before that. This guy just shows up. Ooh, do I have... Hold on, do we have a profile of this guy? No. Damn it. I don't like this guy. Can we bring in the Edgeworth? Yeah, where's Edgeworth? This guy sucks. This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick? No, Maya, he's not. He is literally not the real deal. He is neither real or deal. So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. And he doesn't even know my name. What? Nick? Is he a friend of yours? No! I don't have any friends that call me Wright. Just who is this masked man, and why are we letting him act like this? I returned from the depths of hell. Could you have stayed there? To battle with you. Okay. Okay, it is pronounced Godot. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo or whatever, it's not Gobo, it's Godot. Ah, Godot. No. In any case, please give me your opening statements, Prosecutor Godot. Opening statement. Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. Can we... It is your job. Can we get this guy... Your Honor, did I, like, call for a mistrial or something? Is that even what this is? Like, I could definitely, like, say, hey, your prosecutor's incompetent. This dude got his law degree on the back of a Captain Crunch box. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Wright. Not my name. Phoenix does it. This is the trial where no one can get anyone's name right. Except Master Demasque. Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much can you withstand before you and your case break in two? Okay. This guy sucks. Your Honor, we're just letting this happen. You know, Edgeworth and Franziska, Edgeworth at the beginning was also, like, kind of overconfident and smug, and so was Franziska. They at least did their job properly. This guy doesn't know how to be I don't think this guy knows how law works. This case is gonna be easy, because he's stupid. I don't think this guy even has a law degree. I don't think this guy even knows what court is. My name is, no one has asked for your name, witness. Oh. And he's mean to Gumshoe. Oh, Franziska was like that, too. I don't think... He definitely doesn't. I don't know if he can see. I don't know if this man can even read. Can he see out of that? Even if he could, can he read? You would ask him to read something and he'd just, like, not do it and just start spewing some metaphors about how he doesn't need to. There are lawyers. That's fair. But are there lawyers who say, I don't want to do my job, screw you, I do what I want? No. Are there lawyers who just show up to court having never done a single case in their life and told everyone that they're the best lawyer in existence? Probably not. Yeah, I just remembered something. This is, like, not even remotely related to the case, but I had, like, a cousin. I don't know, was he my cousin? He was a relative of some sort. Probably, like, second or third cousin. I saw him at a family reunion, like, 3 times. There's a famous blind lawyer in the States that defected from China. Oh, that's cool. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. He was born with, like... You guys know what thamilamide is? I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, thamilamide was, like, a drug that was, like, marketed towards pregnant women to, like, decrease, like, the bad symptoms of being pregnant, like, being nauseous and stuff, and it turns out it caused horrible birth defects in their kids. Like, having messed up arms. And my mom's like, yeah, he may have, like, I was, like, 6, so he's, like, he may have, like, weird hands, but he's a lawyer, so he's actually really talented. I don't know why, but That has nothing to do with what's going on besides he was a lawyer. And I was like, wow, anyone can do anything. And then I didn't see him for, like, another few years because I met him at Wolf Emery Moon, like, once. Anyway, the gumshoe's here. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, first let's hear about... What do you know... When I saw the ... I thought he was going to get interrupted by Godot again. What you know about this thief that stole the urn? Yes, sir. Mask... Hold on, I'm in gumshoe mode. Mask star Demasque is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask Star Demasque, sir. It fits his MO28E. So then the actual identity of Mask Star Demasque is... Mr. Godot! What are you... We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. He's thirsty. Blacker than a moonless night. Hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. This summons coffee with mind. He's got a ring on his finger. Is he married? Well, that's not the ring finger that go. Which finger do you put? What ring do you put on the? What finger do you put the ring on when you're married again? Did we really need to interrupt the trial for this? Was this necessary? I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Oh, well, it's only coffee. I mean, at least you're not drinking, like, beer. Yeah, at least he's not, like, getting drunk on the job. He's just gonna get, like, a caffeine rush. We're gonna be talking and the camera will pan back over to them and he's just, like, vibrating. What? You can't be letting him slide this early. We're letting a lot of things slide. Honestly, out of all the things to let slide, that's the one thing I'm like, okay, that's reasonable to let slide. Okay, drink coffee, like, whatever. The fact that he is rude, arrogant, and has never actually done a trial before, that's a problem. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? Proceed with my cross-examination. You heard the man. Was it Master Mask who stole the urn? What was this first crime? Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Not what I wanted to ask. Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, the author on thieves. Please, Gumshoe, please don't start mimicking him. An author? He's written books about thieves? How I meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except for maybe the thief's mom, that is. This is true. Have we asked Demasque's mom about the incident? Hmm? Isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you? I don't think that's his name, but whatever. Who is this person? Zavari? Sounds German. I was gonna say maybe Italian. His name is Look at me, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he managed to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. Seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Looks like the thief is toying with me even now. How do you know that Mask Star? Demasque is not an orphan, Well, still, what did he even steal again? Like, before the urn? Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except, the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atmey stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature. But we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. I mean, the emblem seems really easy to fake. Like, you could literally just trace that. That's not complicated. It could be a stamp. Like, yeah, this is not like something that couldn't be replicated. At all. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. I could Photoshop the mask. His 5th heist, and your 5th screw-up, huh? Phoenix, be nice! Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times, but this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. Of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone to hear in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Wow, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atmey. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, the urn isn't an art piece. Well, I guess an urn... I guess pottery is technically art, even if it isn't. It's more of a storage unit. Its main purpose is a storage unit for the deceased. But I guess since it was made by a human being, on like a pottery wheel, is it art? I mean, it's got a painting on it. I mean, it's got words written on it. Is the urn art? Because I mean, maybe that's a contradiction. That's technically, well, I don't know actually. Is it art? Oh god, I've been hit by the psychic blast again. It keeps happening. Oh, what? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir, it's a blue diamond. A single, rare... Are diamonds art? Because that's just something you get out of the ground. Well, I mean, I guess since diamonds are typically, like, carved. What's the word for carving a gem? Anyway, I mean, they're like, is that art? Next was the crown of Bongora. You know, the thing on your head. Okay, a crown is a... I mean, that's jewelry. I think jewelry does fall under art. After that was the left hand of Hades and the portrait of Megina, sir. What do you mean the left hand of Hades? I understand portrait... someone's hand? Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? You can make diamonds out of human ashes? Well, I mean, diamonds are made of carbon. And humans have... living things are carbon-based life forms, so I guess that makes sense. But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. That's why we're sure. Sure, it was Mask Star. Demasque, sir. It fits his MO to a T. What's his MO? Are diamonds supposed to be expensive? I guess because they're technically really rare and hard to get, but like... I think it's more of a status thing that they're that expensive. It's like a combination of supply and demand. Like, there's a lot of demand for them, there's not that... Well, I guess there is a lot, but like, not as much as other gemstones. And like... But I think it's more like the industry is exploitative in a way. I probably shouldn't be that expensive. It's more of a status thing. As the old saying goes, sometimes things that are expensive are worse. What do you mean when you say it fits it MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. Wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. The companies who mine them sell them at ridiculous prices. Diamonds are actually really common. Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's kind of messed up. Okay, it has nothing to do with supply and demand. It is literally just, it's a status symbol, and therefore it's really expensive. My one gripe, my birthday is in April, which means my birthstone is a diamond, so I never get which is really funny because my sister is born in February, so her birthstone is amethyst, which is a type of quartz, which is like incredibly common. So yeah, my birthstone's diamonds, which is I have not received any birthstone related gifts in my life. You wanna know how valuable a diamond is? Try to sell one. I don't have a diamond to sell. It's a good thing that I'm not really that big of a fan of diamonds anyway. I'm more of an opal person. I like how many colors they have. My grandpa used to buy my grandma a bunch of, like, opal jewelry because he thought that was her birthstone. It wasn't. I think it was like a sapphire. Anyway. First of all, there's the calling card, which is a 100% certain it's authentic. And there's the fact that he seemed to know all the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since the robbery seems to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means Demasque is behind it. For some reason I thought having a sapphire birthstone was cool. I mean, sapphire's a cool gem, it's blue. That's cool. Apparently blue is a rare color in nature. Though that might just be for animals. You don't see many blue animals, you know. No. It definitely looks like it was Demasque who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron the Light is Demasque. But also the urn hasn't turned up yet, so let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. The vase is not, yeah, it wasn't really advertised as an art piece. It's a cultural treasure. It'd make sense if you're like, oh yeah, he steals valuable treasure. But no, he steals valuable art. Okay, maybe that's the contradiction, because Bob, thank you, All Guns! Thanks for the super chat! Nope. Oh my god, there you go! He's ascending! This is the power of a super chat. But thank you! Hope you're enjoying the stream. Oh, there he goes. Let's see. The urn. Okay, yeah, the urn is not a piece of art. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? I thought I was gonna... I'm like, well, an urn's a piece of pottery, and pottery is sometimes art. Just hearing the little in that question makes me nervous. He always goes after the most precious art pieces, or... Oh, right, also precious. Well, it's precious in an emotional sense, but, like... Maya even said that the urn is not worth anything. That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise above to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Heck, how can you say just a terrible... It's an urn! I mean, meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot? Oh, right, he's still here. I kind of forgot. What is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Demasque would normally go after. Ugh. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the secret urn was not the work of Demasque. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out a contradiction. That argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was the last robbery the work of Demasque or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot, who I've just remembered is here? Coffee. This coffee here is my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. Don't ask about the 106 others. Please. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. I'm gonna be honest, I freaking hate coffee. Horrible. I remember when I was camping at Girl Scouts, the camp, the the scout leader. She made everyone coffee, and it tasted like burnt water. It was the worst thing. I'm like, how does this even work? How do you burn water? This is the 107th coffee he's ever had. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. You haven't been paying attention, is what you're saying. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. What are you talking about? What are you saying to me? If you're saying it wasn't Star Demasque that stole the urn, there must be someone intimidating Demasque methods. A fake. A fake Star Demasque? I haven't been seeing the stars, I'm sorry. Fake Star Demasque? Sounds so ridiculous. But I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. I don't have to prove who it was. I just have to prove that it wasn't him. That's literally your job. Proof that the person who appeared at the Lordly Tailor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve on Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. No, it's not. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. And I can't save, great. The blackmail letter? It was you! What, you literally don't even have a law degree. Get over again. Oh, the photo? Okay, let's see here. Let's compare and contrast these two images. Alright. That's why this picture was given to me. Oh, it's missing the happy face. Fake Star Demasque. The security photo. Nope, not me. Security photo. Proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by the security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. I'm glad Maya just straight up tells you, no, it's a security photo. Ha! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? He's missing the smiley face. Right here, of course. You mean Star Demasque? I have here a piece of reference that I would like the court to take a look at. Is that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Shh. Hush. Problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Star Demasque's... Oh, sorry, just Demasque's chest. A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. He just pulls out a bayonet. A brooch, Your Honor. Also, I like that it implies that the judge has a horse waiting for him at any moment in case there is an impending siege on the courthouse. Sort of a class for holding one's cape on. A clasp, huh? Ah, I see now. But the masked star Demasque in the security camera photo. Ah! He has no brooch! That brooch is the same as the that brooch is the same as the emblem on Demasque's calling card and serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into the Lordly Tailor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Demasque is a fake. I've been fooled again. I don't see anything wrong with the judge having an escort. It's perfectly normal. Yeah, he just needs his steed. I just find it funny that it's in the courthouse. Oh, order! It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Coffee. Hey now. You're gonna have the pity party invite me to... I'm going to be honest. I'm also incredibly sad right now. Why do you think I'm acting like this? Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you suck at this. You are terrible at your job. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? It's massive. Huh. The brooch you're talking about? You mean this? Ah. That's Mask Star Demasque brooch. Where did you find it? Why did you submit this as evidence? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I've got it at the crime scene. He's had 3 coffees in 1 case. The steward is gonna start, like, jittering any moment. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. That's not what it is. Buddha statue? That's not her name. That doesn't even look like a Buddha statue. Only face statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? Ain't that illegal? Yeah, probably. I don't think anything this man has done in this court is, like, up to code. It's definitely not legal. I always put evidence away in my pocket. That's definitely illegal. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy- No, he's not! This guy's a freaking loser! It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That's something Phoenix would do. Here's the thing! Phoenix doesn't work for the police! That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there. What? Hickey? Figuratively speaking, of course. Okay. Referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. Again, you work for the police. You have to, like... Who let this man into court? I mean, it appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle the night of the crime scene. Phoenix, we have a problem. Ah! You mess with Godot. And you get burned. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You haven't proven your own- You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. And so have you! You're more incompetent than he is. Doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip in the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence. Turn the music off. I see now. It's becoming... I forgot the voice I did for this guy. It's becoming clear. What's clear? Safari. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Ha! Not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to figure out that I'm a prosecutor. No one else seems to realize this. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Acme, ace detective, rising star, illuminating the heavens. Why, these two make a perfect... They are both equally insane and have no idea what they're saying. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. Let's hope they tear each other's heads off, then we won't have to deal with them anymore. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. Clearly, Lucas a fraud if they could do as a prosecutor. This is true. My specialty-made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. Detective Gumshoe is worth anything, that is. Why is this guy all by himself anyway? There's been some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. You're so damn smart. What I witnessed? It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. You understand how time works, yes? That's when my nemesis, the infamous mask star, Demasque, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could even land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used the emergency phone to notify the police. Why'd you wait 30 minutes? So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal. My specialty-made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited things fall within my visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Now, Sir Oldtimer, let me explain why we're not speaking of any ordinary thief, but the king of thieves, the great mask star, Demasque, my arch enemy. That is why my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Well, you gotta suck at your job. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Gumshoe gonna spin off again. This is what we want! Let me save. Shut up, let me save. Just after the date changed. Okay. Okay, wait, let's question this. This is, like, very clear. A very big problem. After this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled the golden halls of Elysium. Don't ask me what any of this means, you wouldn't understand. It's how cold. Oh, 30 minutes after... Okay, I thought he meant 30 minutes after he woke up. No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. I think I know what it contradicts, but I want to press him a bit more. So that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You're on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. The computer, huh? Computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. She also said they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely! That's precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure on that pigeony head of yours, that is. In any case... Dancingly descended. Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So he neither danced or he just walked in. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. The only entrance? It could only be due to his simply camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. He's dunce. Yeah, he's not camouflaged at all. What did he hit you with? You didn't see the criminal. Well, I mean, he's always wearing a mask, to be fair. But you didn't see the criminal's face when that happened. Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately, I had my third monocle. Security camera at the room. Well, what's the second monocle? Captured his image perfectly. Should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, as long as this photo is real and not fabricated, there should be no problem. This is definitely not a contradiction. Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? It's normal. God, I love coffee. Good! Well, no problems then. He is not paying attention. I don't think Godot doesn't even know what this case is about. He's just here, like, this is just an excuse for him to drink coffee, I think. Okay, like, we know what the- you know what? Let's see what- nope, I didn't mean to do that. No. What? It wasn't 1 AM though, it was... Did I present the right one? Presented the security camera, right? Or did I accidentally present... Oh, sir, have you been suddenly struck on the head? Yeah. What happened? Okay, this got us nowhere. Alright, let's look at the... Well, we said approximately. Is this where we present it? Because they're like saying, oh, if the photo's real. No. I am confused. Yeah, I'm confused. What evidence does it contradict? Okay, let's see. Approximately one. I thought it would be the 1 o'clock thing. Is it the timesheet? No. Okay. Statue moved at the night of the crime. That doesn't really contradict anything. I'm gonna tell you, give me just a second. Warehouse camera went off at 1 a.m. This was the picture we got. I didn't mean to do that. Demasque knocked at me out. That doesn't really contradict anything. I could have sworn the security camera does contradict something, because, like, this is... Oh wait, maybe... this? Ah, because he tore off this. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with this, your special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask Star Demasque. There's a point of fact that Mask Star Demasque isn't. That I can't read. It is, in fact, in point of fact, Mask Star Demasque's brooch. Wish this dude didn't talk so weird. Was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Huh, elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! I can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. There's only one person that was in a position to have struggled with the thief. But why would he lie about that? He seems like the type of person who would be like, brag about it, getting into a fight with him. The only person that was on security duty that night was you, Detective Atme. Oh, that's scary. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Goodness, giving false testimony is a serious crime that people definitely get punished for in this series. Alright, no. Wait just a moment, Sir Old-Timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Well, what you say is less than worthless, so... Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? I mean, the game would get really confusing if I took more than one at once. What? You talk too much. Be quiet. Witness, if you're... So are you saying now that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough. Your Honor. Excuse me? I mean, if that's true, I guess Godot is like this. Here's the thing, he is. He literally can't do his job. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Well, you're not in charge of the courtroom. Indeed, I understand. I look at me agree completely. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. I do the discombobulating, easily. Just because he's blind. I mean, do we even know if he's blind? I was just making a joke that he's blind because he has a thing in front of his face. I can't actually tell if he can see through that or not. Fortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered him senseless. True gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam! And that's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Demasque. Correct! It was during his third crime he struck me from behind. Seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which cases. That's not good. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment to look at what? So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those has gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you're momentarily vulnerable when you're working on the computer. What was the sensor? What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that some could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, the cat doors. What, there's a kitty? I hooked up the heat detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each one of them. Wright department store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. You couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Well, let me ask about other stuff. What about the computer? So did the computer belong to Lord? That's not what... Correct! Well, except for the program that manages the data. It was specially designed by me. Look at- Oh my god, he's a programmer. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? But you got very easily you got two things confused. What do you- does that mean? It's Phoenix! What does it mean anyway? I forgot, what was I saying? No one knows what's going on! Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. No... Net negative of information gained. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, Luke Atney, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like the tree branches? Correct! Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shichishito. Shichishito. So the thief armed himself with a sword. Well, go watch yourself, witness. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college... Hold on. I was second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring at times was my arch nemesis. This time was my arch nemesis, Demasque. This guy a real piece of work. His first blow struck true, bam! And that's all she wrote. So when did you grab the brooch? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. He would have done numbers on Tumblr. Finally uploaded the Spanish translation of the TF2 Comic 7, first time being a first on something like this. Oh wow, that's cool. 7th comic was great. I assumed the at-me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. I don't want to know about the at-me fighting style. So what's the flash of light that blinded you? It was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. Statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Am I? This is at-me fighting style. I'm sorry about the trade secret, I really can't say anymore, but I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. Oh wait, I just realized, Malar, you translate the comic? That's cool! That must be exciting for everybody in the community. I can assume it was the stance is called "Come at me." Oh, that's great. Main thing is to put your back to the wall, that way no one can get behind you. Wait, but that doesn't... It was very important, so he couldn't have struck him from behind. We're learning the detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone at night. Where's this third eye you're talking about? Oh, it's right between my right and my left eyebrows. It's quite invisible and unenlightened. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead, if you like. Sir Lawyer, it looks like this crease on your own forehead are getting deeper. So Atme got hit on the forehead then. What are you feeling about that? I didn't mean to do that. The sword? Like, wouldn't that, like, left a mark? Let me press this again. Wouldn't this leave a mark? Okay, yeah, that isn't like... Isn't that a little petty? Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. Though the coward must have wormed his way through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch-nemesis struck me up on the head from behind with the gruesome item here. From behind, huh? Oh. Well, he didn't say that in court. And I just assumed he was lying about sneaking up, because he was earlier. But now you're testifying that he struck you on the... Well, we can't really prove that he said that. Like, we know he said that, but the judge doesn't. I really think you could forget where you were hit on the head. Seems I've made another mistake. Oh, we're just allowing that. Okay. I don't have, like, physical evidence that he said that. That's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's also as if you were afraid that they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. It's wrong. Oh, your voice is, like, really deep. To err is human, forgive divine. Humans aren't machines, they have souls, feelings. Do you? Are you a machine? They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yet, yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on, it's not as pretty as that. Really? What's it like then? To be human? What would you know? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. Rules are stupid. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? He's not an ace detective, we know this. This isn't a fake Mr. Atme. I don't think we've established that doppelgangers are real. I guess... Oh, I guess him being Mask the Mask would make sense. Because that's how we would know that the blackmail was there. And that's why Ron doesn't have the urn, because he has it. And... what else? Yeah, that would make sense why he doesn't want anyone else on the case. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's trident is actually... Mask, start to mask. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts of Mr. Atmey's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive to a... Oh, please. Explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atmey. The truth is that you are, in fact, Demasque. Mr. Wright, this photo clearly shows Demasque. Security camera belongs to the Lord Lee Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security, and he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Demasque is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance to be a big shot. Yes, and the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atmey, when you seen the thief's identity... Ah! Oh! Oh my god, that burns! Godot blend number 102. My personal favorite. Ow! Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But is in fact nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If the detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see the decisive proof you have, quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Are you alright, Nick? No! Oh, I think I need to go to the hospital. I have evidence that proves Mr. Look at Me is in fact, let me save. I save. It's either gonna be the blackmail letter, the camera data, or the photo. I'll go with camera data. He manipulated the camera data. I'm starting to think I don't. Yeah, if it's asking me, are you sure you have evidence? I don't have anything. So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? Yeah, I got nothing. What? Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? It kinda does. Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that's the sacred urn, Nick. It's the urn. Oh, that was the bag in his room. It's covered in sauce. Order, order, order! You, madam, that urn! Where'd you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atney? Even you are going to have a hard time wheezing out of this one.
Objection!
Ha! Pathetic. Mr. Godot, you have something to say? You have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It's simply amazingly how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was taken at his word. It's truly sad. You haven't taken what I've said at my word. You're still denying Mr. Atney was involved? Forecasting aspirations at Detective Atney. Consider this the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? Huh, how charming. The lengths the woman willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn, what does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town's already filled to the brim with lies. I mean, he does have a point. She has no way of proving that. Finally said something true for once. Any more could only be compound the tragedy we've been witness to. You're wrong, I would never do such a thing. Mr. Light, please, Nicky boy, you gotta help me talk some sense into these people. In the office. When I was in the office, the bag was there. And I touched the urn. I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding there in the first place. I had my own flashback. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you see. You know, this also reminds me of a twist in Columbo. At the very end. Where, this guy has stolen a piece of art. And Columbo finds it. Or, no. It's at the end he's like it was something to do similar with it's literally was something he found a bag, he touched what was in it, but he didn't see what was in it. It was like a painting or something, and then later he finds the stolen thing. They find the stolen things, and the guy's like, oh, like he's like, my fingerprints are, Columbo says my fingerprints are on it, so you can't. From when I touched it at your place, so that proves that you were the one who had it. He's like, no, you just touched it now, and then he, like, shows his hands, and he's wearing gloves when he was touching it, so, afterwards. So. It's like Columbo, you see. I watched Columbo once. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness fingerprints wouldn't mean nothing anyway. Heck, what are you going to do now? Mine. Oh, that's why my profile was on there. So what's all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just open this private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking out now. Hello there. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office. No, you just stole it. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, says. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe if I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. Ha! This blend. Godot blend number 107. I decided it's a little too bitter after all. Oh my god, he's exploding. He's gonna detonate. Order! 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 I accepted a defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? I finally broke him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one myself. It's kind of scary. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy's nuttier than a fruitcake. Why, you can't say that. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only mask star, Demasque. Hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Oh. Well, how long have I been... For a second it said I'd only been streaming for 1 minute and 29 seconds. Like, wait a minute. That can't be right. Yeah, we've only been doing this for 1 hour and 40 minutes. I guess this is only the second case, but like... Oh. That was a bit... anticlimactic. Alright. He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely. Your Honor, he's going Joker mode. Wish I could enjoy the jokes as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like that matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. It turns out, Ron Delight is in fact delightful. Besmirching him with the title of thief. How rude of me. Incredibly sorry. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. Okay. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. What? You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much as not actually, not right is what I'm really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. Ron, your wife's gonna get mad at me. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. Ron? Someone get Ron's wife. Mr. Light. Desiree. Desiree, get him under control, please. They're just like, no. I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but... Identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry, just pass the What are you talking about? I already confessed. I am the thief, I tell you. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee, do something! Huh. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are masked, Star Demasque, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir, I'll be happy to! Says he'd be happy to, Nick. Oh, Desiree. Kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. Don't call him that. He's a married man. A boy only gets one chance in his life. What is happening? Desiree! Desiree! You need to get back in here. It's an emergency. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh well, let's all have a listen to this confession. Truth is, I've been masked Star Demasque all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually masked Star Demasque, can you? I don't have an alibi the night of the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended on the scene of the crime. Look, you can see it right there in the photo. That's me! As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and got it torn off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial has taken. It's how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. Ha! You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. What is happening? Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my What promise? I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true masked Star Demasque. Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. Someone call his wife. Okay, literally. So, you may think you're a real master, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons. How could she Yeah, you do have, like, your merch everywhere. Even the thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Does your wife know? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. Because she doesn't. I've told her, and she says I'm a liar. And second, there's one thing Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. Which is a bit ironic considering she actively speeds on her motorcycle. She's actually violated several traffic laws. that's the case, then why did you ever start with thieving to begin with? Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. Women be shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm Desaholic. Desi-aholic. I love my wife. So you do- he's literally- the only reason he's stealing is because he loves his wife so much that he can't say no to whenever they go shopping. So you do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. We continue with your testimony. I beg of you. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Mask the Mask, can you? Well, can you prove that you are? I thought you were going to be the one to show us for the proof. You know, that you're the real Mask Stark Demasque and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Because you're the one making the outrageous claims, for a change. Can't really blame him. He loves his wife. You respect the wife guy. Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Light couldn't have committed the crime. He's literally just a little guy. And it's his birthday. He's just a little birthday boy. You're the one with a fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I don't have an alibi. Okay, what was your alibi then? Stealing? I've been a judge for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi. But I tell you, I was in the Lordly Tailor that night. No, that's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement of the house. Hold on. What is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? I can prove that they had an alibi after all. This would be a piece of cake. Huh. I think you could- I literally can. I'm only pressing his statements because I want to see what funny things he has to say. Oh, I do have evidence. I mean, if you say now... I've never seen you this angry before. He was being blackmailed. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? Ah! That's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? According to this letter, at 1 o'clock in the morning on the night of the crime, Mr. Ron Delight was ordered to go to the offices of KB Security. 1 o'clock in the morning? Correct. It's around the time the security... around the time the security camera photo was taken. So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then it proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! My alibi! I have one! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Tailor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? Coffee. And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid on his first day at school. Mr. Wright, it's true that I received the blackmail letter, but whether or not I actually went there is a whole different story, right? Oh, sorry if I'm sounding dramatic. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Ah, that was brilliant. Well, Mr. Wright, looks like you need some more evidence, after all. Stupid kid, he's 23! Oh, I know what it is. Now then, let's see your evidence. His wallet was there. Mr. Light, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Ah, yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when did you find the wallet? You should report it to police right away. Ah, no, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found approximately at 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I mean, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No! Huh. It's indeed sad. Romanticists are blind to the reality that lies before them. What are you talking about? Why did Mr. Light drop his wallet at KB Security? What purpose did it serve? I mean, he dropped it. Perhaps it was dropped by his wife to create a false alibi for her dear husband instead. Sorry, but Mr. Light probably dropped it himself when he went to use this. The keycard to KB Security's CEO's office. CEO's office? What's wrong? No snappy comebacks? In fact, as Mr. Light entered the CEO's office around 1 o'clock that night. Yeah. No! He's gonna choke! Order, order, order! So when did the thief of the urn... when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. That's all you care about. You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But, did you actually investigate the CEO at all? No, because I literally... It was like yesterday when I found this out. Accusing a man with blackmail with no proof. I'm not sure what I think of that. I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what to think of it myself. Claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but will you... You will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Heck! What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There is someone else who can testify. Larry... Godot! Who's this useless-looking young man? Y'all remember him, Your Honor? He's been in, like, 2 cases. Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. So he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. Probably blocked it out of his memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? Question at hand is, this keycard. Yep, that's the keycard they used in the building I work. That's the keycard they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get in that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered that room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Ew, this one was water! Well, Mr. Godot? The name of the CEO of KB Securities is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave it detailed records of their use. According to this data, the card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. That means... Can't be Mr. Light dressed as Demasque in this photo. Ha. Looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't enough time for me to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Coffee. Ron Light is clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Start Demasque. Good job! You did it, Nick! That's enough! I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Twice! Besmirching him with the title of thief. Again! What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Oh, very well. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty. Court is now adjourned. Well, that was an interesting case. It was fun, it was different. Not a fan of the prosecutor. Luke Atmey's, like, breakdown was kind of anticlimactic, where he kind of just, like, in the middle of it goes, yeah, I did it. You did it! You were right after all! Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Mr. Light. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Mr. Light. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, pearls. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're pushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You're ashamed of yourself. Ouch. Pearly, this woman is Mr. Desiree Delight. She's the client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? You're even worse than I thought, going behind the back of your own client. No, you got it all wrong. Ow! Never forgive you. How is she, like, jumping up to hit me? She's just, like, smacking my leg. Well, all's well that ends well, right? I got the sacred urn back and the thief's been caught. You're so right. It's all thanks to Nicky boy here. It actually was you, Mr. Light. That brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. You won the case. Why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on. Oh, he's... Come on. Give the kid some time. Huh. He's just got a touch of the blues. You know the feeling blue, right, amigo? Oh, you're Spanish now. So, like... Can I help you? I'm wearing blue. Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came in to say thanks to my newest buddy. You're my friend now. You, Mr. Wright. I don't really want to... I don't like the way you're looking at me, I'm gonna be honest. Are you looking at me? What's up there? I don't really want to be friends with you, I'm gonna be honest. Unless, maybe, like, you apologize? Yeah, also you don't know what my name is. Well, playtime's over. Also, what are you talking about? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. I'm sorry? Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that The name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? Ron. The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. You don't mean... That's right, amigo. I'm Spanish now. Time of the... Same time that cheap little urn was being stolen. CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, you figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or, we're not friends, and I forgot about the piece of info I helped you out with today. On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLay was in the CEO's office. Scene of the murder. For getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLay was once an employee of KB Security. He's a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It's like an alibi saved him from being convicted as a thief. It's going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. Can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when he murdered someone. No, that's a lie. Can't be true. Oh, but I'm a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLay, you're going back to prison again. This time his charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This can't... This is impossible! I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Wright. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. You've known me for like 2 hours.
Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you? Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two?
I don't know this man. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle. What? You should have stayed there, please. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. And you're terminally ill? Sky, who the heck is... Who is this man? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy. Yeah, he is dangerous. He looks like he's going to kill me. Well then, it's time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight.
Nick, how could this be happening?
In front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And I'm the one who established his presence at the scene. It was me. Ronnie! Arrested for a murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck is gonna happen next? I was not expecting that. Oh, hold on. So... Oh, I like how at the beginning of this, I'm like, oh, this is a nice change of pace. It's a robbery mystery. It's a thief mystery instead of a murder mystery, but no. It's time for a murder case. So... Either the reason Ron was insisting, he was the thief was because he wanted to use that as an alibi when he got accused of murder, or he is the thief and someone else murdered. I'm even more confused now. I thought I got it, and now that that's why it felt so like something was up when what's his name? Luke just like Detective Atmey just like said, "Yeah, I did it." We discovered Maya was in the office. Maya, not again. Well, I think that's a good uh stopping point for tonight. Hope you all had a good one. I'm really liking this case so far. Yeah, it's been a lot of cool twists. She wanted Demasque's autograph. Hold on. Thought I had to sneeze for a second, but I think I'm good. Nope! Ugh, I'm okay. Yeah, and I've been. Ugh. It doesn't matter. I don't have to resync it. Oh god. Ugh. What is happening? Anyway. That's all for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys next time with I don't know, something. Peace out everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you later. Bye.